Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGOD. In today's video we'll be focusing on the Sterling SMG and giving you the best class setup for this weapon. It is a DLC weapon that came back a while ago, so hopefully most of you guys have it and will have an opportunity to try out this class setup. Obviously when this weapon first came out, I did a best class setup on it involving Expeditionary, double S mine, a suppressor, but I kind of went ahead and changed all those things up. That class setup still works perfectly fine, but obviously after DLC 4 we got a brand new Commando Division, and as a result pretty much all my best class setups have been using the Commando Division with the Ordnance and Escalation. On pretty much all my SMG classes I typically run a suppressor, but I've decided to change it up just a little bit, and as you can see on screen with the Sterling SMG I'm running extended mags, rapid fire, and a grip. As far as the division goes, I've already mentioned the Commando, Ordnance with Escalation, and the other stuff doesn't really matter. You can use a sticky nade, a regular nade, whatever secondary you want. If you want to use a launcher to shoot stuff out of the sky, that's all perfectly fine. So for that first attachment, I'm running the extended magazine. The reason for that is because I use that primarily as a safety net, because sometimes you'll get assist, and that's not automatically going to refill your ammo with the Escalation. So you're going to want to make sure you're covered so that more than likely you're going to get a double kill in that span. As far as the grip goes, that just allows you to be a little more consistent. There's plenty of people who say, oh, I can handle the recoil. Try it with grip, you're going to be a lot more consistent. And for that third attachment, I use rapid fire because personally the weapon feels a lot like the grease gun, and that means it has a little bit slower rate of fire than I would really like it to have. So having that extra rapid fire makes it a little bit more competitive in those gunfights. Just a quick reminder, if you are enjoying the video or you enjoy any of the tips throughout, remember to hit that like button so we can get this video over 400 likes. And if you're brand new to the channel, this is typically where I transition from showing you what that class looks like to showing you how to use that actual class. So if you're interested in sticking around, typically I cover Call of Duty news, in-game updates, best class setups, subscriber breakdowns, as well as other tip and trick videos on how to improve a Call of Duty. If any of that seems interesting, make sure you subscribe, turn those notifications on by ringing that bell. So let's go ahead and get into the breakdown. So for the breakdown, we are on airship. As you can obviously see, we are playing domination. We are beginning to take over the middle flag. It's early in the match. It's 9-8. We just really got to gain that map control. As I peek around the corner, I'm trying to kill this guy, end up taking him out. And I push a little bit forward so that one of my teammates can take the flag. I end up taking this guy out after he kills my teammate. Unfortunately, I didn't know he was there. He has mountain on. And usually when I play, I try to emphasize map control, because when you have map control, it makes it very easy for someone to stand right on B and not really have any issues. I come around the corner, I get bayoneted. That's a little bit unfortunate. Not much you can do there reaction-wise. Odds are most players that you run against aren't going to have that bayonet unless they're just not really good players, because that is not in anyone's best class setup for the most part. Obviously, you can be very effective with it, but at the end of the day, it's not one of those attachments you want to use regularly. This is a brand new map to you guys. It is a brand new map in the game. It's been in the game for about a month for PlayStation. It's pretty brand new to Xbox, and this is Airship. It's probably one of the better of the 3 maps that were added, but it's still not that good. I'd probably give this one a 5 out of 10 if I'm ranking the map. It's just not a good map, especially for aerial streaks, which you'll see. I can only come in at one direction, or basically the airstreak is useless. And one of the interesting things about these actual opponents on the other team is they were hardcore camping the C flag. They didn't really want to leave it. And when it comes to Dom, that's the best kind of opponent. Basically, it allows you to maintain map control. Anyone who does jump on B, they don't have a very long time to actually execute any kind of tactics on it, because we're able to take care of them. As you can see, when I'm doing the fighter pilot, I'm purposely aiming it at B from the specific direction. If you come from the right side of the map to the left, you should be able to use the fighter pilot. It's still limited because that big old airship is blocking the vantage point if you go from left to right. So something to be very aware of, especially if you're going to use that fighter pilot. Obviously, if you use other streaks, that airship blocks a good portion of the map, and the other 2 objectives are pretty much in that building. The other one's kind of blocked a little bit by the cave. So it's just really one of those things about where you're going to position. Right here, I kind of peek up, seeing if I can get a little bit of a flank. Not really trying to flip the spawns, then I run back in the other direction, because I do not want the spawns to flip. As soon as someone starts to take B, now I can approach it from the middle of the map, see if I can get a little angle there. But by the time I already rotate, the enemy is already dead. So now I'm just kind of peeking. Pretty sure they're going to be on the left side. Look like my teammate's trying to get the triple cap, or they're capping back because my teammate triple capped. For whatever reason, they went in there and tried to triple cap. You never really want to do that. And the main reason you don't want to do that is because at the end of the day, it just makes you have to work that much harder. I'm rotating around this side. I do have a teammate right there, so I'm trying to peek with them. Then I get lasered from the middle of the map. This guy was basically following me. He barely saw the back of me. He came around the corner, easy kill. And you'll see as soon as I spawn in, I'm coming out of the spawn, and my teammate's a little too far back. He should be on this left barrel right there as I'm coming out the doorway. He would at least had a vantage point to the left, so as the guy came around the corner, he could at least put some fear into him by shooting him in the back. As I come around, I get absolutely melted by an LMG. Obviously, there's a couple deaths in this gameplay. Not a lot of them. You're going to see I don't die too many times beyond this. Coming around, I can see the guy on the mini map. He's trying to peek around and get the objective over here. Absolutely laser him. So you can see in action, the weapon does have a pretty good time to kill. Sometimes when you get into a little bit longer ranges, it feels a little weak. But for the most part, when you're in that medium range to short range, you're going to actually put people down pretty quickly. Peeking out over here, I end up taking that guy out. And then I know that the edge of the maps aren't really controlled right now. I do have a teammate kind of farther ahead, but this guy's kind of in engagement here. I couldn't run through because that's smoke. So I got to really be cautious about how I choose this angle. See the guy right there. He is running mountain. Take him out. My teammate's just coming out of there. I don't want to flip the spawns. So like I said, I just stay at that 60 to 70% mark and make sure that they're kind of coming from that general direction. See my teammates getting a gunfight on this right side. So I kind of patrol around making sure that I'm at a good angle in case someone decides to rush him. Because a lot of times people do run in pairs. So I come around, get a little bit of an easy kill there. Back up, my teammate's still kind of holding down that left side. And that's what perfect map control looks like. I don't know how it happened with random teammates. You can see everyone left. And then people are starting to connect again. People timed out. I don't know what was going on. But for the spawns to not flip an entire round of domination is pretty unheard of for me. A lot of times I get the teammates that want to get 10 captures in one half. And that obviously ruins the match because you're in this endless cycle of flipping spawns, which is definitely not a good thing. See, we don't have a bunch of captures, not a bunch of defense, but I've kept people at bay at a distance, and they haven't really been able to get to B. Anytime someone did get on B, one of our teammates took them out, or I was able to come around and take them out. And we had pretty good established spawns. So for the second half of the match, I go on a significantly longer streak. Now that we got a completely full lobby on both sides, we're going to be able to see how the positioning works. If you are enjoying the video so far, just a quick reminder, hit the like button. If you're brand new to the channel, enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe and turn those notifications on. So right here you can see I'm really trying to position, get that map control. I'm pushing in that range because I want to make sure that my teammates, it's easy for them to jump on B. So right now I'm just patrolling around this right side, and while I'm doing this, you can see one of my teammates is pretty much pushing into their spawn more on the left side in the middle. As soon as we get towards this region of the map, you see one of our teammates jumps on B, and they're pretty much not going to have to worry about anything because we're shutting them down on this edge of the map, and we're just far enough in their spawn where we're not actually flipping the spawns, and the enemy is forced to walk the long way around. We just got all those kills right here. Teammate absolutely went off. Running back to mid just to see patrolling what's going on here. Looks like the guy hit my S mine. Now I'm hitting him, and then now we're just kind of rotating around. We got that solid map control. We were able to take B without issues. Right now I'm just kind of positioned. Guy with the shield, luckily he was low health. He was just running straight by. And now I got to push back into the spawn, but I'm not in a good spot. So right here, I'm just kind of locking down the middle of the map. Anyone who wants to push on this left side, because pretty much where it's at right now, we have a good control of the middle. As you can see right here, I'm on this little bit of a head glitch. Anyone that runs by can easily take them out. And based off what I can see from the mini map, it does look like a teammate is locking down the middle of the map. But as far as the right side of the map, it's very hard to tell because the mini map's not very big. Looks like the guy is coming around. I go ahead and take him out. And then it looks like someone was taking B, but they immediately got demolished. I go ahead and call paratroopers in. I at least try to, and one of my teammates already has them called in, so I'm a little bit restricted there. And then we just end up start taking over, but it looks like teammates are starting to go too deep into the spawn. You can see kind of what's happening there, and then we ended up flipping the spawns. So we're gonna have to jump on A to maintain that. It looks like a couple teammates decided to push a little too deep. Obviously paratroopers can't influence the spawns, so a teammate had to have run through it. So we might as well take that objective. I call on that fighter plane from right to left. Definitely got to make sure you're doing that right to left if you're going to be using the fighter plane. You can see how the vantage point actually looks. Even though it's not a very good streak on this map because of all the building coverage and all that type of stuff, definitely better if the spawns are the other way around. We basically only had one spawn flip the entire match. Right here you can see someone's pushed up on the right side. People are pushed up right over here in mid, fighting for this little mid area. So I decided to push around this left side. Hopefully I can go for a little bit of a flank. I want to take the long way around just because from that angle, I can actually peek this area just a little bit better. If I come around the corner, I'm kind of a little bit off guard. I'm kind of just peeking back and forth, seeing the different angles. And then it looks like no one's really coming from this side. I decide to push around back to mid-map. Mini-map's telling me a guy's coming around the left, and I make that adjustment. Call another in Recon plane, and that's a good thing to always have. I finally called in paratroopers, middle of the map. And you can see how this map control ideally is supposed to work. If you're running in a 3, 4, 5-man party, it is always going to work this way if you just play smart, focus on map control. Right here, I'm just playing with my YouTuber buddy, Earl Shatter, which is an amazing player as well. Luckily for us, we didn't actually have teammates that were overly aggressive because once you maintain that map control, you get the streaks coming in. Almost 9 times out of 10, you're going to get the teammates that are on your team. They're just going to happen to run through the spawn. They're they're gonna make it really easy. They're usually not that great of players, and they just go in and flip the spawn hard and heavy. They just jump on the objective, go ahead and force flip the spawns, and then they basically force you to run to the other side of the map to get in a good position. So you can see right here, I'm never pushing all the way into the spawn, pushing all the way into C. You can see our teammates are getting in that area where they look like they're possibly gonna jump on it, but it looks like we still have maintained the spawn. Teammate decides to jump on the objective there, and as a result we get that immediate spawn flip. People are already starting to take A, and then we're starting to lose B even. You're gonna see that we're trying to lose both here at the same time. Doesn't make sense to me. Never triple cap unless you have the right coordinated team where you can actually manage the spawns and they're not gonna be able to retake all triple cap, or you're far enough behind where you have to triple cap. Obviously in this scenario we don't need to be triple capping. We're far enough ahead. Just maintain that streak, stay positive, control the map, because you don't really gain anything from flipping the spawn. There's not really much you can do. This guy is on another little nice head glitch, and I'm just kind of peeking, and it looks like someone from the enemy team's trying to flank around and take C, but that's not really a good idea for them because obviously all our teammates are spawning on that side. But kind of just patrol around this other side and looking to get a flank, because now it looks like we're trying to flip spawns again and we're trying to lose B. I think just people are starting to get sloppy since it's the end of the match. Everything's going on. People are disciplined for an entire time. The luck of actually having that is nearly impossible. So obviously things are starting to change it up. This is going to kind of wrap up the video. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Do you think it's top tier? How would you rank it? Personally, I'd probably rank it 4th or 5th out of all the SMGs. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to the channel and stuck around all the way to the end, remember to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can make sure you have those notifications on so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Appreciate all the support you guys show on the channel every day. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.